Have you ever found yourself questioning your faith in difficult times? It's a situation many of us have found ourselves in, and it's the very topic we're delving into today. This video aims to explore and elucidate various Bible verses that speak directly to maintaining faith in times of hardship. In the midst of adversity, our faith can sometimes waver. It's human nature to question and doubt when the going gets tough. But it's in these exact moments that faith becomes crucial. It's the beacon that guides us through the storm, the anchor that keeps us steady when the waves are high. We'll be examining verses from the New King James Version of the Bible, shedding light on the wisdom they offer in guiding us through life's trials and tribulations. Scripture teaches us that faith isn't just believing in the unseen, but trusting in the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Join us as we unearth the wisdom of the Bible about faith in times of adversity. Opening, the Bible, a timeless source of wisdom and guidance, has much to say about faith in difficult times. Let's delve into the depths of the Holy Bible and take a moment to unpack some of the verses that give us insight into the power of faith during challenging circumstances. Firstly, consider Psalm 46, 1-3. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. Here the psalmist beautifully encapsulates the concept of God as our protector and source of strength, even when the world around us seems to crumble and chaos reigns. The verse is not merely about the physical world, but it also symbolizes the personal crises and trials we face. It's a powerful reminder that faith in God can be our anchor in the stormiest of seas. Next, we turn to Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. This verse is a comforting reminder that God is at work in our lives, even in times of hardship. It's not saying that everything that happens to us is good, but rather, it's assuring us that God can bring about good from even the most challenging circumstances. It's about trusting God's plan, even when we can't see the full picture. Lastly, let's look at James 1:2-4. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. Now, this one might seem a bit counterintuitive at first. How can we find joy in trials? But it's not about reveling in the hardship itself. Rather, the verse tells us to embrace the growth and spiritual maturity that comes from enduring trials. It's about acknowledging that our faith, when tested, can lead us to become more patient, more resilient, and ultimately more complete in our spiritual journey. Each of these verses offers a unique perspective on faith in times of difficulty, but they all converge on a central theme: the power of faith to not only withstand, but also to grow and mature through hardship. They remind us that our faith in God is not a passive acceptance of fate, but an active trust in his wisdom, his strength, and his plan for us. These verses are not just words on a page, but they are an invitation to an active faith that engages with trials, not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and a deeper relationship with God. They invite us to lean into our faith, to trust in God's wisdom and strength, and to find hope and joy, even in the midst of hardship. Yes, trials can be tough. They can shake us to our core, but these Bible verses remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. We have a refuge, a source of strength, and a plan that works for our good. Our faith can be the anchor that holds us steady, the light that guides us through the darkest night, and the source of joy that sustains us through the storm. As we can see, the Bible is rich with wisdom about keeping faith in times of difficulty. Faith is not just about believing in God, it's about trusting him in all circumstances. Now let's delve into the power of faith. It is an unseen force, a spiritual dynamo that fuels our resilience and fortitude. It's the trust we place in God when the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty, when our hearts are heavy and our spirits weary. Consider the words of Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. This verse beautifully encapsulates the essence of faith. It is the conviction in our hearts that assures us of God's promises, even when our eyes cannot see them. Faith is our lifeline in times of trouble, our beacon in the darkest night. It is the whisper in the wind that reassures us God is with us. And so with faith, we can find peace, even in the midst of turmoil. In the face of adversity, our faith in God can be our strongest ally. Over the course of this video, we've journeyed through the struggle of faith in trying times, unpacked powerful Bible verses, and explored the immense strength that faith can offer us. We've seen how faith doesn't promise an easy journey, but it does promise a worthwhile destination. We've taken a deep dive into the powerful words of the New King James Version of the Bible, finding comfort and reassurance in verses that speak to our faith during difficult times. These verses remind us that we are not alone in our struggles, that God is always with us, guiding us, comforting us, and strengthening us. Our faith, as we've learned, is more than just belief. It's a deep-rooted trust in God's love and grace, a beacon of hope that guides us through the darkest nights. In the end, it is our faith that can guide us through the darkest of times, bringing us into the light of God's love and grace.